A very good morning to you. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for joining us this morning right here on Kirk Mid Morning. My name is Faith Kaulu. Definitely do stay with us from right now till the end as we have a look at today's program. We have a lot of great things lined up for you. Definitely we'll have a look at news at this hour. Then later on, I'll be talking about motor vehicle insurance, something I believe that most of us need to hear and listen to. So if you have any questions regarding that, do let us know on our social media platforms. That is Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. You can definitely interact with us on our SMS line. That is 0111 220044. That is 0111 220044. But as of now, let's have a look at news at this hour. Now, President William Ruto has this morning chaired the Kenya Kwanza Parliamentary Group meeting at State House. Members of Parliament from the coalition are in attendance, led by their House leadership. Some of the things discussed, of course, is the structure of the majority in both houses. Let's have a look at how things were this morning. Okay, photos of those who attended, members of parliament who are in the Kenya Kwanza coalition. Now, President William Ruto will witness the swearing in of new cabinet secretaries at a function to be held in State House, Nairobi today. According to State House Press Secretary Emmanuel Talam, the event will start at 11 a.m. This is after the National Assembly approved all 24 cabinet secretary nominees, paving way for the appointment to the executive officers in charge of developing and implementing policy and government programs. Do keep it tuned at Kirk TV. Any moment when they start, we'll be crossing over to see how things are going on. That is at State House, Nairobi, the swearing in of the cabinet secretaries. Now, elsewhere, Lamu Governor Issa Timami has been appointed as the Amani National Congress acting party leader. In a communication by Secretary General Simon Gikuru, Timami had been nominated to take leadership of the party by its council bureau. This is after Musalia Mudavadi was appointed to the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Mudavadi announced during vetting that he has stepped down as the party leader following nomination to the cabinet. Now, yesterday, the court dismissed an application stopping police from probing 4 SSU officers accused of abducting and causing the disappearance of 3 men in July this year. Kahawa Law Court's Chief Magistrate Diana Mochache ruled that the Police Internal Affairs Unit has the mandate to investigate officers suspected of breaking the law. The Internal Affairs Unit had made an application seeking 30 days to detain the 4 suspects, agents of the recently disbanded Special Service Unit, Peter Muthega Shigu, Francis Mwendo Ndonye, John Mwangi Kamau, and Joseph Kamau Mwangi, pending investigations. 5 more cops from the SSU team have today been arrested over 2 missing Indians and their driver.
The unit can investigate, but upon completion, they must hand over the outcome to the IG or the DPP. To my understanding, the application before court is meant to facilitate the investigations and cannot be said to be an abuse of the court process. Should the applicant dare exploit the phones of the respondents without a court order or subject them to DNA without a court order, that would be a violation of the respondents' rights, and whatever evidence is obtained would be inadmissible.
19 minutes past 10 a.m. That's all we had for you this morning at news at this hour. We're taking a very short break, but definitely keep it right here because Kirk Mid Morning still continues I'll be coming back with Sharon Owiti from Young Insurance Professional of Africa as we get to understand motor vehicle insurance, a conversation I do not want you to miss out on. We're coming to you live on our Facebook and YouTube pages, so do interact with us. Any questions, comments, feedback, leave them on our comment section below and we'll have a look at them. Right about now, let's take a very short break. See you in a bit. Are you looking to be a homeowner? Or are you looking into investing in land? Then worry no more. PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited presents to you Fadhili Annex Gardens 50 by 100 plots. Located in Katafu Road, approximately 8 kilometers from the main road, the plots sell at affordable prices of 460,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 500,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. Pay a deposit of 150,000 Kenya shillings and the balance is payable in 6 monthly installments. All the plots have ready titles. For more information, call 0708 145 222, 0708 145 222 or email pceahousing@gmail.com. Fadhili Annex Gardens by PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited. It's Christmas already here at Kirk TV. Are you a business looking to advertise your brand and products to potential customers? Are you looking to improve your sales as we end the year? Starting this October till January 31st, 2023, we are offering you, our customer, various discounts up to 50% off our advertising rates. Imagine paying half the price to reach customers countrywide. Usiwache nyuma hii krisi. Call our sales teams now on 0738 278 506 or 0739 971 607. Contact us on email bnkogie@kirktv.org or munyoroku@kirktv.org for more information. Hurry and book now. Pamoja tuvuke mwaka. It's the Kirk TV end year advert bonanza. The application of the law does not select the rich or the poor.
People are supposed to take responsibility for their lives, but society has always looked frowned upon it.
Here we educate you on the laws of the land.
Adoption does not have so many hurdles and so many laws, and it's not difficult.
Matters related to administration of justice.
It's very difficult for you to inherit from an estate of a deceased if you're not a child or a bona fide wife.
Cover crime related topics.
Issues of torture are criminal issues that the government will take very stern action.
And many, many more.
Leave your worries with the lawyer. Let them go through, let them worry about how you will answer your questions. Let them worry about what you will say in court. They will guide you.
Sometimes the law is very difficult, but you have judges now to interpret the law.
Don't miss Know Your Laws Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Kirk TV. Families should be the epitome of love. But in recent times, this seems like a dream, because all we're witnessing is rape cases, high divorce rates, betrayal, and even murder.
So you have to protect her.
Do you say maintaining marriages because racism?
There are also many who are going through issues in their marriages and they can't run to anybody.
The issue of killing, the issue of murder seem to be on the rise.
And that is why we bring you Transforming Families, where we are all about just that, transforming families. We welcome your feedback on our programming. For questions or comments, kindly get in touch with us via email info@kirktv.org, SMS 0111 220044, or call us on 0794 588 054. Much for keeping it right here. At this hour, we want to talk about motor vehicle insurance, and joining me for this conversation is Sharon Owiti. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, Sharon is from the Young Insurance Professional of Africa. She's the country director, Kenya. Such lovely to have you this morning.
Thank you so much, Faith.
Before we delve right into motor vehicle insurance, let me allow you to introduce yourself further. Tell us what you do at the Young Insurance Professional Africa.
Okay. So like you said, my name is Sharon Akinyi Owiti. I'm the country director, Kenya, Young Insurance Professionals Africa. And I'm also working for an insurance brokerage, DNG Insurance Broker, as an insurance underwriter. Yeah, so at the insurance brokerage, my work is to accept risk, underwrite, and, you know, give service to our clients. At Young Insurance Professionals of Africa, we try to bring the young insurance professionals in the industry together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, that's it.
Basically, that's it.
Yes.
All right, great. When we talk about motor insurance, understanding all that, let's start by setting it straight. By motor, do we mean car?
Yes, we mean car,
We mean
vehicle
car
insurance.
Vehicle insurance.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's also have a look at what is insurance, because we might get into the conversation and assume that we are all aware, and someone who's watching is wondering, what's this all about?
I completely understand and agree. First of all, if I use any jargon, please let me repeat it in a layman's language, because my intention is to make it so easy for everybody to understand what we are talking about. So for now, before I just explain what insurance is, I'll start saying there's two words that everybody needs to know. There is the insured and the insurer. The insurer is the insurance company, and the insured is the individual. You as the individual who has purchased insurance, you're called the insured. Okay, so insurance is the transfer of risk to an insurance company who is going to be your insurer.
Okay.
When I say risk, I mean the unforeseen event. When I say event, I mean where the unforeseen loss. So you transfer the uncertainty of a loss to an insurance company who are better placed to take care of it. Yes, that is basically what insurance is.
Great. I think you've put it quite well.
I hope so.
To understand. And this does not come free. It comes at a cost.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll get to that. Let's now talk about motor insurance vehicle.
Yeah.
And of course, we are talking about this in having in mind Kenya. So let's talk about motor insurance vehicle in our country. Tell us about this.
Well, I would like to say motor vehicle insurance is very important. This is just a percentage of the risk that many individuals transfer to the insurance companies, and I think it is very important to have motor vehicle insurance. Before I get into describing what motor vehicle insurance is, can I just say the importance of having insurance in place? When you have insurance in place, first of all, you have peace of mind. And then you have the financial freedom. You're not worried of how you're going to repair your car in the event of an accident. And at the same time, you become stable, especially for businesses. When you get vehicle insurance, you are sure that in the time of an incident or in the time of an accident, the insurance company will compensate you. Okay. So if I talk about motor vehicle insurance, maybe I can just highlight the classes of insurance under motor vehicle insurance. There are two major classes of insurance. We have private insurance and commercial. We have private vehicles and commercial vehicles. Okay. Then we have under private vehicles are the vehicles that are used for individual use, for private use only. And commercial vehicles are mostly used for hire and reward for companies. Under commercial vehicles, we have so many subtitles. The beauty with the insurance is it's dynamic and it caters for most of the people's needs out there. And also, you see, the penetration is still low, so we are open to the insurance industry is always trying to keep up with the emerging trends, you know, in the market. So, like for example, under the commercial type vehicles, we have like the three-wheelers, the tuk-tuks, ambulances, institutional vehicles.
Okay.
We have special types, the ones that are used on the farm, the tractors, yes. And also, but the main ones would be described as the own goods. You see, when you have a business and you have maybe a lorry, you use it to carry your goods from point A to B, maybe for delivery, that one will be classified as motor commercial own goods.
All right.
Yes, but if you're carrying other people's goods for hire or reward, that is general cartage. It's no longer
On goods.
on goods. And you see, the different subclasses have different rates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it goes even deeper and
deeper. And now, so we have this subclass, we have these classes. Now we have the types of covers that we give in the insurance industry. We have third party only, which is the basic cover also required by law.
Okay.
So we call it TPO. In full, it's third party only. The third party only covers, only caters for the third party who is not a passenger, who is not a driver. The third party is the person outside the vehicle for bodily injuries or for property damage. That's third party cover. And we also have third party fire and theft. So for this one, it's third party bodily injury, third party property damage, and then you add damage due to fire, and also if the vehicle is stolen.
Okay.
That's the second one.
Okay.
Then we have comprehensive cover, which I would recommend for anyone who would like to purchase insurance. Now you see, for comprehensive cover, it also covers the vehicle. So I'll just break it down. We start from third party. It covers third party bodily injury and third party property damage. Then third party fire and theft is also covered in the comprehensive cover. So it covers third party bodily injury, third party property damage, damage due to fire or loss due to fire, then if the vehicle is stolen, and then now it covers the bodily injury. It covers damage to the vehicle.
Oh, to the vehicle.
To the vehicle itself, because the other two covers do not cover any damages to the vehicle. Yeah.
And to the driver?
Drivers, actually, and thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Drivers are not covered under motor vehicle insurance.
Okay, we'll come to that.
Okay.
Let's first finish with the third party, TPO.
TPO.
It covers a third party. So
Yes.
by this third party, we mean if you're involved, let's say in an accident, so the person you hit, or what does that mean?
Yes, third
Okay.
party is the person outside the vehicle. If the person is hit and sustains a bodily injury
By this
or
vehicle
even
that
death
is insured.
by this vehicle that is insured
Alright.
under third party, or if that person's that person's property is also damaged.
Okay.
Yes.
So this means if you hit another car.
If you hit if you hit somebody's stall, if you hit somebody's
alright,
house,
okay,
if you hit
okay.
somebody's goods, that's the property.
Oh, great.
That's the other person's property.
Okay.
And you sue them because it's also your legal liability as a driver, because you've hit their property. They will sue you. Or they'll take you to a court of law.
Yeah.
That's when the third party insurance comes to play. They will come in and pay that claim for you.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is something that happens in Kenya. We're not just talking theory.
No, we are not
Okay.
talking theory. It actually happens. And I'll tell you, even some people right now, they're increasing. You know, there's a standard cover. The standard cover is for third-party bodily injury is just 3 million, and third-party property damage is 5 million.
Okay.
Okay, that's as per the IRA. But now what people are doing, you can purchase actually. I think it's also important to know if you would like to make it a better cover, you can always buy back. You can always pay more and get a higher limit.
Alright.
You see, because now courts are giving higher rewards. You can find the court is asking you to pay 5 million for bodily injury or death, and the cover is only for 3 million. You understand?
All right. How is the damage assessed? So let's say you've hit a stall, they've asked for compensation or taken you to court. How does the insurance company assess the damage? Yeah.
Okay, so that one now is claims. It goes to claims. The first thing the insurance company, of course, you will report. Actually, the law requires every accident to be reported, however minimal, however small you might think the accident is. You should report it to the insurance company and to the police. Okay, so this one is another step. It's the claims. Once there's an accident, what you do, you've already reported. Now the claims will guide you. The first thing is the insurance company will send someone to assess the loss. Okay, but you see, third party always involves the legal department. This is third party because you are negligent and you destroyed someone's property or you injured someone. So there's always a legal department to deal with such cases. So as long as you as an individual, you have already reported the incident to the claims, even when they serve you maybe with summons, you will take them to the insurance company and then they will take it over from that to make sure they will appoint a lawyer, they will assess the loss, they will make sure they follow the steps until the claim is settled.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when it comes to a comprehensive cover, this means that if you hit a stall, so the stall will be compensated and the damage caused to your car as well.
Yes, but the thing is, the owner of the stall will be compensated. Yeah, they will maybe they will be returned back. They'll be returned back. Actually, insurance operates in 6 principles, and there's one called indemnity. Indemnity is when you're returned back to the financial position that you are in before the loss. There's no benefit in insurance. You can never. There's also. Maybe we can, should I continue or we can come back to that?
I think you can continue.
We can continue. Yes. So, insurance operates in 6 principles. There's a principle called indemnity. The indemnity is to make sure you go back to the same financial position that you were in before the loss. You cannot, if your stall was, let's say, roughly 100,000, you cannot be given more than 100,000 by the court or by the insurance company. They can't pay more than that. There is contribution. You cannot insure your property in 2 different insurance companies because even if you do, if it's your house, okay, let's just use motor vehicle. If it's your car, you've insured it with one insurance company, but now you cannot do that. Before, because the systems have changed and now you cannot have the same vehicle insured with 2 companies. Previously you could, but the systems have changed. But let's just use that as an example. If your motor vehicle is insured by 2 different insurance companies, what will happen in the time of a loss? Company A will pay their proportionate amount. Company B will pay their proportionate amount. You cannot be paid with A fully and B fully because it will be like a business. Yes, and there's also subrogation. Now, for example, if you're involved in an accident, the unfortunate event, and then the insurance company pays you. You can't go back as an individual and start pursuing that person. You hit me. Now you give all your rights to the insurance company. They come in and they go and seek compensation due to negligence of the other person. Okay? So I said indemnity, I said contribution, I said subrogation. There's also insurable interest. You cannot insure somebody else's property. By insurable interest, whatever you insure has to be something that if it is lost or damaged, you will have financial loss. You will suffer financial loss. So you have the thing that you're insuring, even if it's your car, it has to be yours. You can't go and insure somebody else's car. Insurable interest is utmost good faith. Now, utmost good faith is the first, very, very first step. You're coming to the insurance company, you want insurance cover. You have to disclose. You have to disclose all, what do we say? We say all, how will I put it? You have all facts in regards to the vehicle. If it's garaged in a risky place, if the vehicle is in a bad shape, you have to say everything so that the insurance company can give you adequate cover. what was the other one? I said contribution.
Right.
Yes, I said subrogation.
Yes.
And I said indemnity.
Yes.
And I said utmost good faith.
And there's another one you mentioned.
I mentioned insurable interest.
Yes.
There's one more. I think as we go ahead, if I remember, I'll just speak about it.
No
yeah.
worries. I like the fact that you brought in the aspect of you can't, and one vehicle cannot be insured by two different companies.
Yeah.
Because that was one of my questions, and I'll just follow it up with can it be insured by two different individuals? Let's say this is a couple, and the husband said, let me take with this company and you take with this company, because they're both owners of the same vehicle. No.
Right. It can't be. It cannot as an insurance principle. But even now, the systems that are in place in Kenya, you can't have one vehicle insured in two different companies.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back now to the previous question, where
you hit a stall.
You hit a stall, and this is the comprehensive cover.
Yeah.
Then what happens, because this also covers damage to the vehicle?
Yes. So what will happen? There will be two sorts of claims to say. There will be damage to the vehicle, which will be covered also, and also the third party will be covered for the damages to their stall. They'll be compensated for that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. When you are telling us about the third party cover, you mentioned that it is required by law.
Yes.
I assume this means that it is mandatory.
Yes.
Okay. So everyone who has a vehicle needs to insure it.
Yes. Everybody who has a vehicle needs to insure their vehicles for third party. The vehicles cannot go on the road without third party cover. If you see the policemen on the road, they will be looking at your windscreen to check if you have it, because it is low. I think if it wasn't, they wouldn't be bothered. Yeah. Yes, it is low, and and you cannot drive a vehicle without third party insurance. Yes.
When did this become mandatory?
So it became mandatory in the year 1946. You see, there were claims, usually at that time, there were many third-party claims, bodily injury, death, and property damage, which were not being paid. Okay, so the government made it compulsory in that year, 1946, to pay, they made it mandatory for everybody who has a car to have the minimum requirement of a third-party insurance to go on the road. And then, maybe to top it up, there's a law that was passed. It's called Insurance Act Cap 405. So this one became effective mostly in the year 1989, where it states the same thing, but now it was law that everybody who has insurance car, who has a car, has to have an insurance cover with a minimum requirement of third-party only cover. Yes.
But then, can we confidently say that all cars are insured, really? Or we have some that are not?
Well, that one, I want to trust Kenyans and say that everybody who has a car has at least the minimum requirement of third party only cover. Yeah.
So then this also means that every car is worthy to be insured. You cannot approach an insurance company and they'll tell you, hey, your car, manze, we cannot insure it.
Well, you see, when you want to purchase insurance cover, Faith, like you come to me, you say you want a cover. There are some questions that I will ask you, and insurance companies will give you a proposal form to fill. You give your details, you give your details of the car, which we call it the subject matter. That's now your car. That is what you want to insure. Okay. For third-party cover, every single car can be given third-party cover, but for comprehensive cover, not every car can be given comprehensive. You see, there is the age factor. There is, especially the age factor is the predominant factor to consider while giving insurance, because you cannot give a very old car insurance and a comprehensive cover. But now, when it comes to rating, to giving different kinds of rates, there are other factors to consider, like the age of the driver, like the gender of the driver sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Like age of the driver, gender of the driver, make of the car. yeah, use of the car, where the car is being garaged, yeah, and the year of manufacture as well. Those are some of the factors you consider when giving a rate. But for comprehensive cover, you'll be given under a certain, below a certain, most insurance companies give comprehensive covers for vehicles that are 15 years and below. Yeah, but now rating depends on those factors that I have mentioned.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a question we put on hold, something you had to tell us about. The comprehensive cover does not then take care of the person driving the car or the owner of the car. So then how does this come in? Or where does this come in?
This one? Okay. Comprehensive cover does not cater for the driver. It will cover the vehicle. It will cover I will just repeat until, it's good to repeat so that everybody can, where we can be at par with everybody. It will cover the car. It will cover damage to the third party. Property, bodily injury, death. By bodily injury, bodily injury can also be death. Death is also, so third party bodily injury, third party property, the car, the passenger, but the driver is not covered. The driver, we recommend to the drivers to take a separate personal accident cover.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a driver, what you should do, you should approach the insurance company to give you a separate personal accident cover, or to include it in your policy at a cost. It is usually a very small cost. Then you're covered, you and your spouse.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it takes
So that now when you have personal accident, everybody is covered.
All right.
Yes.
So it is not included. It's something you have to pay extra for.
You have to pay extra for.
All right.
Yes.
When we talk about that, because you mentioned the personal accident cover, then I'll have to ask what other arrangements or cover also go hand in hand with a comprehensive cover as well.
Well, there's two aspects to this: covers that are in the standard policy and covers that you can purchase. Maybe we can start with covers that are in the standard policy, right? So when you purchase comprehensive, like we've said, it covers you, the car, and the third party, and also theft and fire to the car. Also, you're given a cover for windscreen cover up to a limit. Standard cover is up to a limit of 30,000. You're covered for your entertainment unit, that's radio, up to 30,000. You're covered for a small medical fee, up to 30,000. That one is in the standard cover. Towing charges. You see, you've had an accident. Your car is wherever it is, and you need to take it to the nearest garage or the garage of your choice. It also covers that amount, that specific thing, up to 30,000.
Okay.
Yes. Those are some of the additional covers that comes with the comprehensive covers. But on the other hand, you can always enhance your cover as an individual. And I think this is very important because you have the comprehensive cover, but maybe you want something extra, and maybe I can mention these extra things that would go hand in hand. This will be loss of use or courtesy car. Maybe you don't have two cars and you don't want to be inconvenienced, so you purchase this at an extra cost, and then when in the unfortunate event of an accident, you're given another extra car to use. And there's also road rescue cover. Now, maybe this one is very nice. Now, if you're in, like, I would say ladies, you're stuck somewhere, maybe tire burst, you don't have fuel, you just dial a number and they come, and this is road rescue, they come and rescue you, whatever the situation is. There's also political violence and terrorism. Yes, political violence and terrorism is also a cover that you can buy at an extra cost, which, if you can remember the Westgate time, most vehicles were not, people really suffered losses, and if you buy this in the time of a terror attack or political violence situation, you can be compensated in case your vehicle is damaged or you lose it. Then, yes, and there's also excess protector. Excess protector is broad. Because before I say what excess protector is, I'd like to just mention what types of excesses we have so that you know what you're buying. For excess protector, basically, maybe I can just say, should I go ahead or will you come back? Go ahead. So you see, we have different types of excess. As when you excess is the first part of a claim that you have to meet.
Maybe we could start with what is an excess.
Yes, exactly. Excess is the first part of a claim that you have to meet as an individual. Now, this one, maybe I can say why it is there. Yeah, because you'd wonder, if I have insurance, why would I pay anything and I have insurance? This one was meant to mitigate small claims being reported to the insurance companies, because I mean, if you have a scratch in there, you cannot always keep going to the insurance company. Like we say, we don't want you it is not a benefit, it is not a business, no, for individuals. So that's number one reason. Number two reason, it makes you careful as a driver, because if your car is not if the repair cost is below excess, you will not be compensated. The claim will not be admitted. So you have to be careful so that you avoid such type of claims. Okay. So the excess is usually the first part of a claim that you meet, and it is a certain percentage of the sum insured. So if your car is worth 1 million, your excess amount will be 2.5%. So in the time of a claim, and you have, this is for damage of the car. So if your car is damaged, you have to meet 2.5% of 1 million. Then the top of it is what the insurance company pays.
Okay. By meeting, we mean you have to pay.
You have to pay.
All right.
Yes. So what is over and above is what the insurance company will pay.
Okay.
Now, that is for material damage. That is when your vehicle has been the bodily injury of the vehicle. But there's other types of excesses. Now, for this material damage, for this type of excess which I mentioned, 2.5% of the sum insured, you pay. You can always buy back. Now, when you get an excess protector cover, you will not be asked to pay this amount. But listen, as long as your claim is as long as your claim is above the excess, because listen, if your excess, for example, is 30,000, that is the excess amount you have to meet. Even if you have excess protector and your claim and the repair cost is 25,000, it will not be covered. So the excess protector will only come to play when the repair cost is above the 30,000 Kenya shillings. Okay. So the other types of excesses is, I said on damage. There's also theft. When your vehicle is stolen, there is theft excess. Okay. Theft excess, there are 3 types. Theft without an anti-theft device, mostly it's 20%. Theft with an anti-theft device, and theft with a tracking device. So when you have a tracking device and your car is stolen, then the excess is much lower. Okay. Then there is young and inexperienced driver excess. This one, most companies will say 21 years and below, you're called a young driver, and 5 years experience and below, you're called inexperienced. You pay an additional 5,000 for private cars, and 7,500 for commercial cars. Again, there's another one, property damage. Property damage, when, like you said, when you hit somebody's stall and there's a claim being processed, the excess you have to pay will be, if it's a private car, you will pay 7,500 Kenya shillings, and then 10,000 Kenya shillings if it is a commercial car. For bodily injury, there's no excess. Yes.
Is there a way to evade this excess?
Yes. There's you can only evade two types of excesses. You can only evade on damage, which has a different rating. On damage, when I say on damage, I mean material damage. When your car is damaged, now you buy that excess protector cover. And theft excess. The rate for the rate you'd pay to evade excess, to evade material damage excess and theft excess would be different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think so far we're doing well.
I hope I'm not confusing you.
You are not. In fact, you're putting it very well.
Yeah.
And for me, I believe that those who are following are learning a lot,
I hope
as
so.
I am as well.
Okay.
So if you do have any questions, definitely leave them on our comment section. That is at Facebook and YouTube. We are found at Kirk TV Kenya, and we'll be looking at them because in the studio we have Sharon Owiti, who is elaborating these things very well. Before we take a break, you had mentioned that if you are involved in an accident, report. Here comes the question: what happens if you do not report? And is there a period limit, where you need to report within, let's say, 12 hours or 2 hours? And then what happens if you also don't report?
Well, period limit, I'm not sure for now. Maybe if we can maybe ask, we can always come back to that, maybe after the break.
Yeah.
But yes, there is a period limit. I'm not sure of just what's the period limit, but you have to report. If you do not report and you come back in 3 months and there's no records of it, then the claim will not be acceptable by the insurance company. So it is law that when you're involved in an accident, report to the police. That's one. At least report to the police. Yes. And then also, because you're covered, report to the insurance company. And I'll repeat, however small you think the claim is, you'd rather just report, because you'd think it is small in your eyes, but when the assessment is done, maybe it's a very huge claim.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, Sharon. Let's take a very short break. We'll be right back. Do not go too far, because this conversation will continue in a few. Already here at Kirk TV, the season of cheer and goodies. Are you a church organization and would like to air your end of year and New Year services? Are you thinking of reaching a wider audience and showcasing your Christmas cantatas and concerts? Have you thought about showcasing your Sunday school services to the entire country? Then, Kirk TV is offering you the end year advert bonanza. We will cover and broadcast all the above events at up to 50% off our normal rates starting this October till January 2023. Usiwachwe nyuma hii krisi. Call our sales team now on 0738 278 506 or 0739 971 607. Send an email bnkogie@kirktv.org or munyoroku@kirktv.org for more information. Hurry and book now. Pamoja tuvuke mwaka. It's the Kirk TV End Year New Year Advert Bonanza. PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited brings you Jempa Gardens in Elementaita, Gilgil. The 50 by 100 plots are located 800 meters from Nakuru-Nairobi Highway at the Diatomite Factory. Non-commercial plots are selling at 600,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 650,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. Commercial plots are selling at 650,000 Kenya shillings for PCEA Housing Cooperative Society members and 700,000 Kenya shillings for non-members. All the plots have ready title deeds. Pay a deposit of 200,000 Kenya shillings and the balance in 3 months. For more information, call us on 0708 145 222, 0708 145 222, or email pcahousing@gmail.com. Jempa Gardens Elementaita by PCEA Housing Cooperative Society Limited.
Good journalism is bold, in-depth, unique, captivates, reflects, and impacts. To quench your thirst for exceptional stories that are about you, from you, and for you, Kirk TV presents itself as the hub of feature stories. Ranging from health and environment,
either there is extreme drought or extreme floods, and these will affect people.
Religion and politics.
And the man looked at the boy, looked at the mother, and told the boy, going forward, don't wet the bed again.
There come a time when the nation is more important than an individual.
Education and socio-economic issues.
Nasaidika kwa sababu nikishona moja mbili nauza, napata kitu ya kulisha watoto.
I have met with other tribes which I have never met before.
To other stories that touch on your day-to-day life.
Ndio iko mingi zaidi. Tafadhali mnasaidia maji ya nyazi.
Tinga amekanyanga kila kitu.
Hatujawahi kuona mabadiliko yote kuhusiana na serikali ya kujengea sisi.
Kwanza kitu naweza omba tu nishikiliwe tu pande ya masomo tu ya watoto.
Kirk TV, the hub of feature stories.
Nikule hede thina okaga na guo thina ogahingura andu maitho na mo maitho macio makona uria mataronaga ira na iyo na ni undu wa kiama kia Ngai no tugi wake akahotithia andu uria matarahotaga. Ni gwenda kumugwetera ati radio TV ino twina etagwo Kirk TV yato ire aragio horo wayo no konekaga ri uhoro muritu muno no hindi ya covid irokire na turare muno guthie makanitha-ini niguo Kirk TV yoimirire na igituika uteithio munene muno wa gukinyagiria andu micii-ini uhoro tondu ni maremo ni guka makanitha-ini na riu to guku gwitu Kenya presbytery ciothe ona East Africa na ningi no nyende kumwira ati aria makoretwo magi ona meruraya mundu agitune no one Kirk TV tori orona muthi maundu maya tureka ni mekuonwo round the world hari andu aria othe maragia gikuyu mangienda na tondu agitumi kiu ni tukumuria tondu ni mwene turaremererwo ni mwe TV iria ingi ni cionaga mbeca nyingi muno ni undu wa kwanirira unyu wa njohi na ugucia wa thigara na ningi uini wa dashi na nyimbo iria ingi ithiagwo manirira maundu macio na maundu mangi maingi makaheo mbeca nyingi na tondu itu ndingianirira njohi yahota kwa kwendo ni andu angi riu no turiria Kristiano undu nyamu ino ni hota gukinyia horo meru na igakinyia meru horo yo ginya na Uganda na igakinyia horo kundu guothe nigetha TV ya Kirk ihote kuruta wira wega no tuheirwo iheo ni andu iheo cia mwanya kuri namba iria ihuragwo nigetha mundu ahota kuheana one time gift keo kia hindi imwe, kana mundu etikire kuheanaga hiyo mweri kana etikire kuheanaga thutha wa mieri 3 kana thutha wa mieri 4, kana etikire kuheanaga ihinda ta riria ringiheanwo. Na ningumuringiriria tondu ino ni yanyu na nimurehagire ohoro. I suggest ati andu metikire kwiheana nigetha tuhota gukinyiria andu horo kuraya, na rimwe ni tukwamaga tondu system ira turathi nayo ya signet ni tuhinyaga hanini na ndiri hinya wega, na aria mena hinya wega ni turemagwo ni guthi kureo. Ni tukumuria tafadhali mwateithio ni mwathani amukuithie murigo uyu niguo tutikakugia na undu ucoke uturemerere. Ndamuringiriria mwitikire kwaria na mutungatiri na guku kwanyu mwiheane. Please, Kirk TV tumiturie ona icio ingi ni heagwo mbeca ni andu, rekai tuturie Kirk TV na nigethe hota gukinyagia horo kuraya, ihota gukinyia horo kuraya nigetha andu aingi maigue horo wa Ngai.
To partner with us, send your financial support to paybill number 4019613, account partner. Paybill number 4019613, account partner. Thank you so much for keeping it right here at Kirk TV. Do keep interacting with us on our social media pages. That is Kirk TV Kenya on Facebook and YouTube. Just to sample a few of the comments that are coming in. At Nicole Mukami says, good job, Sharon. Perfect articulation. Liz Washeke says, this is very informative. Well, I believe we are learning a lot about car insurance in Kenya. And thank you so much for elaborating these things very well for everyone to understand. Now, when we're talking about car insurance, there's a scenario we usually see on our roads where two cars hit each other. These are private vehicles, and then they stay there. And if you're in a mat, or if watu wakigather, you hear them saying, hey, si wangoje insurance, nini wape insurance. There's always that talk. Yeah. So, having looked at what you've explained to us about the TPO as well as the comprehensive cover, in such a case, what happens? How does it play out?
Okay. Two vehicles have hit each other on the road. First thing, of course, you have to wait for the police officer to come through, because even if you're to report this claim, you'll be required to give a police abstract. That is part of the requirement of a claim before it is settled. So you wait for the police to come, you explain your situation. Mostly there'll be one person who's to be blamed, but do not accept liability.
Rule number one.
Rule number one. Yeah. Do not accept liability, okay? So once the police has come, what you will do as an individual, you have been covered, you will go and report this claim to the insurance company. The other person will also will go and report the claim to the insurance company. Then the insurance company will come and compensate you. Okay. Will pay up your, if you will pay up your claim. Okay. Your vehicle has been repaired. Then they will go, if the other person was to be blamed and is the one who was negligent, they will go to the other person, like I said, through the subrogation principle. They will take your rights to go and claim back from the other person. So what you do, first of all, do not accept liability. Wait for the policeman to come. Let the policeman give you guys a police abstract. Then you go and report to the specific insurance, to your insurer.
Okay.
Yes.
But then if both of you decide to settle the issue, let's say gives you cash, or that's okay. Is that okay?
That is called a gentleman's agreement. The thing is, if you agree between the both of you, it cannot be taken to the insurance company after that. It cannot be taken to the court of law after that. You agreed, and that is your own agreement, which is okay. But you cannot agree then tomorrow you come and say, but I agreed, but. Yes, yes,
Right.
yes.
Still on Matters Road, we've had cases of individuals involved in a road accident whereby they were using a public vehicle and then they claim compensation. And we've had cases of where this insurance company has not paid us and they were asked by court to do so. Tell us about the whole scenario.
Faith, you see, especially when it comes to third-party claims, these are the individuals that are saying they have not been compensated. It's not a matter of 1 day or 2 days. It can take a bit long, but most of the claims will be settled at the end of the day. Thing is, you will go and claim, and you see, it has to go through the court procedures before they are told to pay a certain amount of money. So you have to be patient, especially if it's a third party claim, because like I told you, this is now a legal case. Yeah, but if it is a material damage, it's just taking the car to the garage. Should not take more than even 2 weeks. Yeah, that will be a bit more faster.
Okay.
Yes.
So here you are, you're the passenger who's involved. Let's say a matatu or a bus has been involved in an accident, and an insurance company is asked to compensate you. In this case, we assume you are a third party.
Yes. So what happens? The insurance company will not be asked to compensate you. The person who's going to compensate you is the owner of the car, because they are the ones who are negligent in this. The insurance company is just there to cater for that need. It's the one who's going on your behalf. Okay. So please repeat the question again.
The question was, here you are, you're using a public vehicle, a matatu or a bus.
Yes.
It's involved in an accident. You take the case to court, and then the court decides you deserve some compensation.
Yes.
Now, it ends up being that the insurance company gives you the compensation.
Yes.
So in this case, the insurance company is paying you on behalf of the owner.
Yes.
To you, an individual who's assumed to be a third party, even though you are, how is it called when you're carried by a public vehicle?
You're a passenger.
Even though you're a passenger.
No, when you're carried by a public vehicle, the passengers are covered. That you're not a third party. You're a passenger, but you can claim as a passenger. If it is a PSV vehicle, yes, that's okay.
All right.
Yes.
So there's that, what can I say, a surety that if you're a passenger and anything happens to you, you're covered.
Yes,
Tell us
under
about
PSV.
that.
Because PSVs, we usually cater for the number of passengers. When you're giving cover, you have some of the questions will be how many passengers are being carried in this car, in this matatu. So you give the number of passengers, and there's a certain rate that is applied per passenger. So it's okay, you are covered as a passenger under the PSV vehicles.
So is it a guarantee that if a passenger is involved in an accident, they'll be compensated?
If the driver is proved to be negligent in that situation, of course there will be.
All right. Wow. So I think that's eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the digital insurance certificate. I think you mentioned that, of course, the insurance are also trying to catch up with the emerging trends. Digital era is one of them. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, the future is digital, by the way. And actually, I'm happy that we came up with this digital insurance certificate, because one of the things that it comes with, the features, is convenience. I can even send you a sticker right now on WhatsApp. By the way, anyways, we'll talk about business. So it's very convenient for the end user, because you just have to print it out in color and stick it on your windscreen. Let me just mention something about that. Motor vehicle insurance is one of the unique covers that we have in the market, because it comes with 2 documents, very important documents. You'll have the policy document, which is now the contract between you and the insurance company. You have to get that when you're purchasing motor vehicle insurance, because it gives the details of yourself and the cover that you have taken. And then you have the sticker, which is also the certificate, which is also very important. And this certificate has to be displayed in the windscreen at all times. So now, what you have to do when you purchase when you get the digital certificate in your WhatsApp, you print it out and you stick it in your car. Yeah, and then also it has curbed with the digital certificate, fraud has come down, because now people cannot go to River Road and print certificates, because there's a way the police can verify the certificates that are on the cars now. And you see, if that is curbed, the insurance companies are making more revenue. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And also, we can also say now the social welfare is also covered, because that means there's no fraudulent certificates, and everybody who is hit will be compensated accordingly. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yes.
You've brought in the aspect of fraud, and I have to ask then, how does insurance companies deal with fraudulent claims?
Okay. I would say this is a whole procedure. You see, claims is a whole new procedure. You report the claim. Once the claim is reported, you're told to give supportive documents depending on the type of claim that you have reported. Then an assessor or an investigator is appointed accordingly. So when an investigator is appointed and they discover that your claim was fraudulent, the claim will not be admitted. They will not pay the claim. The insurance company will not pay the claim, and they will even report this case to, I don't know, it's called Insurance Fraudulent Authorities or something, so that it is kept in the records. So yes, we discover the fraudulent claims are discovered and they're not paid. Okay. Yes.
Right. Here comes the question for car owners. How can one save for the car premiums?
Well, maybe I would just start with saying the topic on keeping up with emerging trends. Some insurance companies have gone to the extent of putting a device in your cars, and they could tell if you're a good driver or not. Okay. And if you are, you are given some certain certain waiver or discount in your premiums. But generally, just keep your vehicle in good shape. Just in good shape means servicing, and don't be reckless on the road. Yeah. And also give a reputable driver to drive your car. And also, I think that's generally it. Yeah. Then, because it's the amount of claims that you report to the insurance company will determine even whether they will accept your next renewal as a comprehensive or not. So you see, just be careful with how you're driving your car. By the way, can I just mention, now we're going to the festive season. Can people be careful on the roads?
Sure.
Let everybody purchase the comprehensive covers, and let everybody be careful on the roads. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Do not drink.
Drink and drive.
So I do not give out your car to someone you don't know what they're going to do with it.
Yes.
Because you can be taking good care of your car, and you lend it out to a friend when things happen. Yes. As we come to an end, Sharon, what does the future look like for car insurance in Kenya?
Yeah, Faith, insurance industry is dynamic, and the future is bright. I would say that we have just scratched the surface. You see, the penetration is in Kenya is between 2 and 3%. Okay. In countries like South Africa, they're at 7%. So you can imagine what the future holds. We have not even reached that stage. So the future is bright and is promising. So for car insurance, and for maybe, if I can just put it broadly, for any other insurance, we are trying to go into the digital era. We are trying to go into InsurTech. Especially, we're also trying to reach out to the millennials. Millennials are coming in. They are knocking the doors. They want their spaces. So I think the insurance industry and the insurance companies are really trying to cater for such needs. And basically, the future is bright and it's promising.
It's promising.
Yes.
Thank you so much for today. What is your parting shot?
My parting shots would especially be to the young individuals or young professionals or young people who might be watching me and they would like to join the industry. I would tell them, please come on. We are waiting for you. And, you know, it's good to, you see, it's good to join hands with our elders and work hand in hand without fear, because these are the people who are going to guide us in the next phase and era. So I would just tell people who are interested in insurance to give it a shot, because, like I said, the future is promising.
Okay.
Yes.
Do give it a shot, as Sharon says. Well, thank you so much for all of you who has kept it here from the beginning of Kirk Mid Morning today. I see you on our socials, Nora, Dorothy, Brian, and there is Olutobi Osanaye. I think this is from the Association of Young Insurance Professionals, Africa. Thank you all for your comments and feedback. We appreciate it. Thank you, Sharon, as well, for coming today and ensuring that we have an understanding of car insurance in Kenya. And to you, dear fan, a big thank you. My name is Faith Kaulu. That's where we wrap it up for today, Kirk Mid Morning. But do not go too far, because swearing-in ceremony of the Cabinet Secretaries has just kicked off in State House, Nairobi. So I'll be leaving you with that. Follow up on that. Remember, 24 Cabinet Secretaries have been appointed by President William Ruto, and the ceremony is ongoing as they take their oath of office. But as of now, from me, goodbye and take care.